to keep hammering this point forward, especially in the beginning of the year for like the month of January. You're going to hear me repeat this, I'm sure, too much. Most of your goals are not coming true because you don't even know what's important to you. You guys are still living your lives for other people. You're still not following your own path. You're doing it so that other people will think you're amazing. Do you guys not understand? If I ask you, if I coach you and I ask you, hey, what, like, list out to me what's the most important things to you? Like, what are the most important things to you? If it takes you a large amount of time to come up with those answers, you are so far away from understanding self that the creation and curation of what, like, goals lists of your long-term vision, they're all so cloudy. They're all over the place, and you're wondering why you're stopping, starting, because none of it has any precision to it. You haven't clarified what's important to you. You have to know what's important to you. Like, if you asked me that question today, if you said, hey, like, what's important to you, man? Like, I would say my connection to the Creator. Then I would say being an amazing father, like being a role model and an example of like how to conduct yourself so that my son looks at me and says, oh, that's a man. I'm going to follow what he does because look at him. He's incredible. So being an amazing father and a role model. You could almost offshoot that to that's why I'm into leadership. That's why I run a business and have 38 employees and like to coach them in general. I want to create a good job. So again, I want to lead by example and then help other people. So that's a massive thing for me. I know what's important to me. What's important to me is finding a wife. I've always wanted a relationship, and the reason I couldn't just phone it in like the rest of you like weirdos that settled and have a relationship that you can't stand, I've never been able to do that. What I'm looking for, I know it's important to me. What's important to me in a relationship is it being the ideal. The ideal. I want to have that relationship that people look at and go, man, I wish mine was like that. I don't know how you guys do that. Like, how are you so in love with each other? That's always what has been important to me. That ideal has kept me from sinking long term into a ton of relationships. It would have been a horrible choice for me. But you guys don't know what's important to you. Does that make sense? You know what's important to me is like making enough money to like set my life up for success so that I can actually start to spread my influence, use my money to help more and more people over a long term, and then like generate some sort of like dope life for me and the family that I'm going to like pull in at some point. That's what's important to me. Being a good example, being a role model and a leader, being an amazing dad, making enough money to have a dope life, being successful, being fit. I know exactly what's important to me in terms of fitness. I know what I want to look like. Those are important things to me. But also in my fitness goals is long-term health, sustaining the 6 components of fitness: range of motion, flexibility, cardiovascular strength, cardiovascular endurance, muscular strength, muscular endurance. Keeping it all balanced. If you look at how I coach, it's based on balance. It's not, I don't teach you how to get in shape. I don't teach you how to like turn around your self-talk. It's all of that because all those things are connected to each other. Your spiritual health and your connection to God will help your mental ails go away. All you have to do is pray for it to go away. Then you get given answers by listening to your conscience and following it. Does that make sense? I know it's important to me because I'm following an anointed path that is not by my own design. It is curated in a morning sitting process in silence where I listen to my conscience, which is the emotional language of emotional health and stress management, spiritual connection, and conscience congruency. Listen to your conscience. God will tell you where to go next. He will guide you through the things that you're avoiding. It always comes up as, oh, I'm not sure if I want to do that. And then that's where you should focus your attention. So the solution to the thing that ails me becomes the path that is put before me. Then the other piece of that is the things that I am drawn to are part of what would be called my purpose. My purpose would be to follow the path placed before me that leads me to the promised land life that would be my greatest, highest good, so that I could then contribute that to other people. Another part of my purpose that would be the subtractive part, that's the additive piece over here. The subtractive part would be healing what ails me in this world by paying attention to the things that come up as obstacles and stressors, and then facing those head on, because those are not stressors, those are challenges gifted to me by God so that I can learn the thing that I need to learn next in order to help me continue walking the additive part of purpose, which would be following my calling. That's what's important to me. That's what should be important to everybody. This is not over your head. This is just something that you don't understand. You need to know what's important to you. You need to know how this makes sense in your life. The only way you do that is by listening to your conscience. The other things, these system and habits, they are not to get anywhere. They're to get you in check so that the thing I'm saying about listening to the messages is even possible. Without the process of removal, of stripping away the dumb bullshit of self that you have piled on to the nonsense of your life that has you way off of your path, that is now manifesting as mental health disorders, physical ailments, confusion instead of clarity, no focus, no drive, no motivation, no ambition, no gratitude. That's all based on physical and mental ailments that are at the root cause of walking away from your path and not following your conscience. Please understand what's important to you in life. If you don't do anything this year, get on the journey of, what is most important to me in my life? And then you transition into the goals piece, which is how do I get more and more in alignment with walking away from the things that keep me from those important things that have been pleasure-seeking bullshit that is I am mistaken as happiness, which is really avoidance and deflection and distraction from the reality I've created that I don't enjoy. Just do that. Hit me up if you need any help. I hope you guys understand. If you hit me up, dude, you don't have to sign up for coaching with me. I'll have an hour-long conversation with you. And just say, yo, like, it's fun for me. I know that sounds crazy. I like to help people. Why do you think I film this shit? I don't get any money from any of this. This doesn't turn into anything. But I enjoy helping people. I enjoy helping people make a plan and a path. It's the way I can contribute back. Hit me up if you need any help, especially in the beginning of the year. You guys are so confused about how to make goals and how to attain them. That's why you're not doing it, because you don't know how to start. Hit me up if you need any help. I'll help you at least figure out the starting piece.